Alright, this is part 2 of the 10-pack collector pack that we've been reviewing. I've already reviewed the Dodge Monaco, the 69 Camaro SS, and the Fisker Karma Ever. And now the next one that we're going to do is, it looks like a 68 or 69 Lamborghini. And it is. It says Lamborghini. Look at all the detail that they put into this one. They really printed this one nice. You can see the headlight detail, the intake cooling vents here. You got your Lamborghini emblem. They did a fine job. You got your undercowling. Rocker panels are painted. What does it say? Lamborghini Miura P400S 1968. Thailand. You got a little elephant for Thailand. I don't know if you can see that detail there. There he is, a little elephant. It's pretty cool. Lamborghini, and it says Lamborghini on the plate. 4R5 1M 9N. Pretty sharp, and it's got the 3-color tail lens, you know, for the turn signal, the brake light, and the reverse light. Looking in through the windshield, we can see a bunch of detail in there. Actually did it the shape of the dash and everything. They did a fine job on that. I'm noticing a little bit of cosmetic issue on the paint on the top, a little bit on the door, or is that an emblem? No, this one, I don't know what happened. Maybe the silk, there we go, that came off. Maybe the silk screening and putting on all this detail, if in fact that is how they do it, maybe that's creating some blemishes. They don't even show up on camera, so maybe it's not such a big deal. Alright, to the roll test. Woo, woo, woo. That's what happens when you have a yellow car. That's pretty good. I'm going to give that a 3. That's a solid 3. Park that over here by this other sports car. Alright, one of the next one. I've been excited to pull this one out. I haven't pulled it out yet. This looks like a Nissan Titan, or something to that effect. What does it say? Mitsubishi L200 / Triton 2008. So Mitsubishi. Look at all the gear. He's going camping. I love it when they do the pickup bed with something in it, you know. Not necessarily it's got to have a bunch of junk, but even just a cavity there. Look at all the detail that they did here. They got the, yeah, there's a Mitsubishi emblem there. There's L200 right there. I love it when they print all that stuff on there. I really, really like that. And they did the wheel wells incorporated as part of the bed stuff. Somebody really did a great job on this. I think somebody owns one of these that works for Matchbox. We got a European license plate. It says, "Love my L200." That's awesome. And look at the headlights. The headlights look great. They've got all kinds of sub-detail. They're not only silver, but they are just very detailed. We've got another trailer hitch. I don't know what that means. We'll have some trailers, but I like that. This was one of the big reasons why I got the kit too. This one and the black Camaro SS. Oh, it rolls great too. I don't know what they did to that, but that is nice. It does pull to the right. It does wiggle a little, but that is about as nice as they come. That's a 4.5. Good job. All right, the next one here. I've opened one of these already. I bought one individually. Is the little Toyota Prius, and it's got all kinds of detail. You see where it says Toyota. You got the Toyota emblem here, and also where it says Prius Hybrid, and you got the little cowling. They did a really good job on this one too. Somebody had to have owned one of these. You know, probably just not only to have it there for the design team, but to want to put so much detail. The interesting thing about this is that it's right-hand drive. The steering wheel is not on the left-hand side, so this must have been done in Europe. And it's not like they do them all right-hand drive. You look at this Dodge Monaco, it's definitely left-hand drive. A bunch of these others have been. I wonder what the Karma Ever is. It's left-hand drive. So for this one to be right-hand drive, that's kind of interesting. So, and on the bottom, what does it say? Toyota Prius 2009. Got your little elephant. And they even have the detail of this pretty good. That's not just a throw-in detail. My goodness, they did a fine job on that one. Of all cars. Alright, next up, the tractor. This is Eco Growers 703. And eco stuff I know from the other ones that I've done. Oh, we didn't do a roll test. Let's do the roll test. Thanks for reminding me. Somebody was calling it. That gets along pretty good. I should sweep this better before I do the roll test. I'm giving bad grades when they should be good. That's a 4. That's pretty good. Not bad, little Prius. All right, back to the Tracker Eco Grows. I know from looking at other ones that I've unboxed that has to do with the algae, the biofuel stuff. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's what's intended there. Isn't that fun? Doesn't that just look cool? It just, you know, amongst all the cars and stuff. Wow, that is very straight. That's a good roll test. That's a 5. Our first 5, and it's a tractor. What do you know? I think it's the bigger wheels. Maybe it's the difference in the wheels. And what does it say on the bottom? It just says tractor. Tractor will do you right there. Awesome. All right, what's next? Let's do this extreme Jeep, this rock crawler. It says Panthera trackers. Panther trackers? No, Panthera. It's like Panthera, the rock group. It says MBX 4x4. This Matchbox 4x4. This is a homegrown one that they do. Wow, look in the wheel well. They did great. Look at this shock tower with a shock in it. You can see the backside of the headlight. Headlight doesn't quite align, but really close. You can see an exhaust manifold coming out the bottom. Look at some kind of coilover ignition V8 conversion. They had to have something there to go off of. That's pretty cool. No trailer hitch, but I don't suppose you'd have one on this. This would probably be on a trailer. We'll tow that with our Mitsubishi pickup truck. We'll put it on a car hauler trailer. All right, roll test. With the big tires, I've got really high expectations, and they are met. They are totally met. We got another 5 on our hands. On a scale of 1 to 5, that's a 5. That's great. It's those big tires, I'm telling you. Now, what did they just copy the same one? They did. That's the same one. So you'll know if you have big tires on it like that it's going to be fun to play with. It's going to roll pretty well. All right, we're down to 2 more. Should have got a glass of water. This is a lot of reviewing. It says MBX moving trucks. This is just a Matchbox original. What is that make? Not a lot of great headlight detail on this. I mean, really there's not. They spent all the detail allowing light into the top of the box. And looks like, did that come off the hinge? It just hinges at the top there. That's the way to do it. I think these are meant to hold it in. You see that there's a bump there high and a bump low. So I think that's just to hold it up. I had a SWAT van that we were looking at earlier today, and I thought I broke it. I thought I pulled it out of socket. Pretty cool stuff. You got the metal elephant where it says Thailand. Can you see the elephant? Give it a second to focus. Yeah, you can kind of see it. That's pretty cool. It says Matchbox, moving your imagination since 1952, exclamation mark. Absolutely. They do a great job on these. That looks a lot like an older Chevy pickup truck, like Chevy from the... No, it curves up at the edges. I'm going to say that's something 2002 circa. Look at this fleet of car. I got a whole parking lot in one box. This one's interesting. This one says 519 Team Quinn Racing. You see a big Q. Desert Race Crew. You got all these storage bins down there. A lot of good detail there. You got your air brake reservoirs down under that, or air shocks. It looks like airbags, maybe. I don't know. It says Desert Thunder V16. So apparently this is a mock-up of something other than something created by the MBX crew or the Matchbox crew. On the front, we got a lot of detail in the grille and the bumper. Not a lot of paint into it. Not a lot of printing. Wow, look at that across the top. You've got all kinds of cargo out there. It looks like some type of a rifle bag. These guys are doing a desert race in a rough place. 2 shovels, one on top of another, a couple of gas cans. Looks like a tow rope of some kind, maybe some emergency cones, emergency beacons, markers, maybe. I don't know what these are. The exhaust is what that is. And then as I'm looking in there, this one's also right-hand drive. You see the steering on the right-hand side. Got some mirror detail, a little bit of rack detail or handle detail, the steps. Nicely done. It's got those big wheels on it. Are they the same? They're not. They're a little bit smaller. Shouldn't get all prejudiced. Let's just get to the roll test, shall we? Wow, that goes. It's got a little wobble to it in the back end there. That's awesome. That's 4.5. This one's really easy to grab onto and not a lot of sharp things on it. A little bit with the exhaust, but it's plastic. Mirrors maybe a little. This would be a great one for a little kid. You can see them really getting into that, and it's easy to grab onto. Pretty cool. Well, that concludes our collector pack with the exclusive vehicle. That exclusive vehicle, of course, being the Camaro SS. Not a bad little set. I think I picked some winners. I always think they look better displayed individually. As you see them at a 3/4 angle, you can see the top and the side of them really well. So I don't know if I'd buy that one individually, or maybe not even the Lamborghini looking at it sideways, but out of the box I really like that one now. And I really liked the police car. I had really high expectations for that, and I'd say it met them pretty well. A little funky with how narrow the axle is, but maybe that's the way the Dodge Monaco was. I don't know. That's before my time. What is that, 1973? Yeah, it's before my time. What a fun bunch of cars. Well, thanks for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button above.